Hello and welcome to CarNewba Detailing, your premium detailing experience. A professional detailing studio providing you, the consumer, enthusiasts, and professional detailers alike, high-quality detailing services, education, and content. If you enjoy connecting with industry leaders, how-tos and reviews, and business-oriented podcasts, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Zaya. Welcome to the CarNewba Detailing podcast. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Today, I got a special guest.
Special, amazing, extravagant guest.
Don't take it too far now. This is...
I am Nora Dinka. I am Zaya's younger sister.
Yes,
His
and...
favorite sibling.
Okay.
And social media director.
Do you want everybody to hate me? Okay. Yes, Nora is my new social media director. Yay! Congratulations. So,
Thank
guys,
you.
As you know already, I've been struggling to post a lot of content when it comes to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and especially the podcast. And that's where Nora's going to be stepping in. She's going to be helping me out, upload, edit, record, take photography, videos, all that good stuff. Nora's going to be in control of in the next upcoming weeks. She's kind of been in the orientation stages, quote unquote, where I've been showing her how to do things, how to training her on the computer, the editing software, and all that good stuff. So it's going to take her a few more weeks just to go ahead and get everything together to the point where she can go on cruise control and take care of business. So, Nora, the first few weeks of you being here at CarNewba Detailing, and I know it's kind of a bit different because, yes, you are an employee, but you're also part of the family. How do you feel I have treated you as a manager or boss or whatever you would like to call me at the time? And be completely honest.
I mean, good. But it's like, just because we're family, it's like I might not take you as seriously as any other person would take you.
Uh-huh.
And plus, like, we're like best friends.
Yeah.
Obviously. So,
Okay.
So you'll tell me to do something and I'll be like,
okay.
But I'll still do it regardless.
I got you. So, coming from my perspective as a boss to an employee,
Say it.
yeah, you do take a few things not as seriously as I would like you to, but I expected that. It's completely normal because, like you said, you are my sister. We are really good friends as well.
We're not best friends?
Don't take it too far.
We're not best friends.
No. Okay.
I'll see how it is.
Yeah, but there are a few things that you don't take as seriously. And one thing you don't take as seriously is coming in on time. So we really need to address that.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You were only like 3 hours late today.
I'm really bad at that.
Yes, you are really bad at that. So we got a few things to address, but I think we've been dialing them pretty well. And hopefully we're going to get to a point where, I schedule appointments and you'll be all set to go after that, or should I say I schedule your time and stuff like that and you'll be all set to go. So
I'm just not that much of a morning person.
I'll
sleep really. I've been sleeping earlier lately, and I've been waking up at 9.
Early as in she goes to bed like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's early.
Yeah, I know, for you. Not for a normal person.
Zaya's bedtime is really early.
Well,
it used to be, not anymore.
Well, now I'm kind of struggling too.
Because I'll force him to play video games with me and
Yeah, which that's another conversation for another day. But she plays more video games than I do. I swear to God, I'm not kidding you guys. I barely touch video games. She's all over Call of Duty and stuff like that. But anyways, back to what we were talking about before.
It's a
so,
lifestyle.
Nora, as a social media director or whatever you would like to call yourself, what are your priorities here when it comes to creating the content and everything like that?
Basically, posting every day or everything on the days they're supposed to be posted, editing YouTube videos, Instagram pictures, recording the clips for the YouTube videos whenever you're detailing, taking before and after pictures.
Bring the mic a bit closer to you. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Taking before and after pictures, before and after you're detailing, obviously, just recording clips.
So generally just keeping up with everything that's going on in the shop.
Exactly.
Yeah, and having people kind of have a bird's eye view of what we're doing in the shop. Because, just like I spoke about before to you guys in previous podcasts about social media and content creation and everything like that, as detailers, we have to stop thinking as ourselves just sitting behind a polisher. There's a lot more to what we have to do in the 21st century, in the day that we live in, when it comes to social media and content creation and stuff like that. All right.
Especially with how big social media and technology is and is becoming.
Yeah.
It's very important to showcase that.
Yeah, like Nora sees now how much interaction that we get on Instagram, on YouTube, and all those platforms, and how there's a potential to be making customers. And we made a lot of customers on Instagram especially. Obviously, YouTube is a bit different. People go on YouTube to find educational videos, entertainment, and stuff like that. They're not necessarily looking for a business, but I cannot tell you how many times I've won over customers because they just love seeing us go through the step-by-step process on our story, writing some awesome description showing people what we do as detailers to go ahead and maximize the potential
before and
of
after
their vehicle. Yeah, and the before and after photos and all of that stuff. So that's something that we make a priority to keep up with. But the biggest and most important part for me when it comes to social media is the online presentation of our customers' vehicles. Go ahead and talk a little bit about that.
So like our posts and everything, basically?
Yeah, like the quality of posts, how the presentation is when it comes to our customers' vehicles, you know?
Well, basically that obviously is very important to us just because we want the best results for our customers. And if they're not satisfied with it, we're not satisfied with it.
Yeah, and we don't want just the best results here in person.
We want it online
We want it online as well. What do I mean by that? How many times have you guys seen detailers, or this might be you, and there's nothing wrong with this. I'm telling you guys, like, it all comes in time. You have to, day by day, try to improve everything you do, not just the detailing, not just your financial books, not just your customer service, but also your online presentation. And how many times have you seen detailers post the crappiest before and after photos, or a horrible shot of a car with the license plate, and this? That's like the last thing a customer wants to see online.
And also, like, for yourself, after you spend, like, hours.
Yeah, and after you spend hours detailing a car and dialing it in person, the car probably looks great. I'm not questioning any of your detailing skills. I know a lot of you are amazing detailers, okay? But when you go online and you see those crappy photos, that just makes me think otherwise. And it makes your customer and clientele think otherwise as well. And this doesn't just go for detailing. This goes for any type of service-based industry. Customers want to see awesome photos and video content online. And that's what really gravitates them towards you over your competition. So don't just focus on the results that you're able to provide, but also focus on the results you're able to provide online with your video and photo content is basically what we're trying to say. So that's why I found it so important. A lot of people ask me, well, why don't you just find another detailer to help you out of the shop? No, my main priority was finding somebody to help me on with the online content, because that right there is just as important to me as anything else when it comes to the business, all right? And you have to set your priorities as a business as well, guys. My priorities are providing the highest quality results when it comes to detailing and the highest quality content and results when it comes to online content creation that we possibly can. Now, I am a professional detailer, okay? I am not a professional videographer or a photographer or a writer. Those are just things that I found that I'm good at, that I'm really trying to dial in and get to that point where I can be like, you know what, I dialed this in and this is freaking awesome. You know, I'm trying to do the same thing with Nora. Nora, obviously...
Great writer.
Huh?
Great writer.
Great writer. She's really good at writing. I mean, she's going to business and law school and all that stuff, so that's awesome. That's going for her. But she's also, you're not a millennial. What are you called again?
Gen Z.
She's a Gen Z. All right, what does that mean? She's on Instagram and Facebook and all these platforms constantly. So it's like, what is a better person besides somebody that's young, that's always posting and commenting and knows the ins and outs of all these platforms? I mean, I know them as well, but like I said, I just don't have the time right now to be posting them and focusing on them. Yeah. So my job at this point is making sure to take care of the details, taking care of my customers in the shop, putting down the polisher, getting the results pushed out. Well, Nora's going to be...
Which is already a lot of work in itself.
Yeah, which is already a lot of work. I mean, Nora knows. Like, there was like a 2-month period where we were so busy here at the shop where we were getting about 2 cars in a day, 6 days a week.
Like 6 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Yeah, and I would be in here around 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd be done detailing around 4 or 5, and then I would put another 2 to 3 hours in posting and editing and all this stuff online. So it just took a really big toll on me. I was putting 10, 15-hour days in on average, and it was just very difficult. And it was just to the point where I'm like, Nora, what are you doing with your life? You're going to school. You're working at Chipotle. I'm like, what the hell are you doing at Chipotle making burritos for? Come over here and help me out. You're going to be sitting in an AC and posting stuff on Instagram. I mean, you already do that 24/7. So it's like, and now you're getting paid for it. So, so that's kind of why I picked Nora. And obviously she's part of the family. She's my sister. And it's like, why don't I teach her all the business aspects that I have learned over time and kind of keep it within the family. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, we're still going to expand. We're actually looking for another detailer right now, or somebody that has a potential that can be trained to become a detailer. That's something that we're working on as of now to help me out at the shop as well, to keep up with demand and things of that nature. So, yeah. I mean, besides that, what other updates do we have? We were having MTE coming up, Mobile Tech Expo.
They canceled it.
They canceled that like 2 days ago. I was going to speak during the event. I had 2 slots open. We were going to be talking about YouTube, and we're also going to be talking about the 21st century detailer and entrepreneur, similar concepts of what we're talking about right now. But, I mean, that event has been canceled because of COVID. We also have SEMA coming up, but I don't see that going through as well.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure they're going to cancel that. That's going to be the dumbest idea. It's going to hit. If they do not cancel it, they're going to have so much backlash when it comes to the public holding that event.
I was surprised, when you mentioned the events, that they weren't canceled ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about the industry, okay? When it comes to manufacturers and all these companies, not detailers for the most part, but manufacturers especially, they are dying to get their public events like MTE and SEMA and stuff like that, because that's where they shine, Mm-hmm. So it's taking that away from them, they're probably sitting there crying right now, a lot of these manufacturers and industry leaders. So, but you know what? That's why we have to be prudent in this day and age. You know what prudent means? You know what prudent means. You're smarter than me. Just go 4.0 GPA, freaking school. I don't know.
I know. I was like, why is that even
college? I wash cars, bro. That's all I do. I just wash cars. I just wash them really damn good. Okay, but
detail cars.
We detail
it's
cars.
An art.
Yeah, I know. There you go. See, she knows. She knows. But basically, prudency is just being mobile, being able to move with the times. And that's something that we try to do here as well. And something that we've taken on recently is actually media and content creation for manufacturers and industry leaders and things like that. Everything from writing and editing articles to doing photo shoots of products to I try to stay away from reviews on YouTube because I just want to be unbiased when it comes to the content we put out with our videos. So you're going to see a lot more of that coming your way, but a lot of the content we've been making has just been for manufacturers and their Instagram pages and their websites and their Facebook pages and stuff like that. So sadly, we just have not had the time or manpower to be making content for our customers when it comes to content creation and media, and also you guys as well. That's why the podcast was kind of put on hold. And we were also talking to a few sponsors as well for the podcast. So that's also something that we've been trying to dial in and kind of get figured out as well. And we forgot to put our phones on mute, and I did as well, so it's not your fault. But yeah, that's okay. So anything else that you want to mention when it comes to you doing the social media stuff and all that good stuff? Something that you've noticed about this business and the way I operate compared to maybe your previous position or other businesses that you've encountered, Is there anything different that you've noticed?
Well, obviously, compared to Chipotle, you're way more social media savvy.
Yeah.
But with you, just because you're so much of a younger person in the industry, I see more of your customers and kind of clientele coming from social media because it's such an important aspect.
I would say we have around 40 to 50 regular customers that we work with either on a biweekly or monthly basis, or at least once or twice a year, just from Instagram alone the past 2 years. And we're not talking 40 or 50 customers that just purchase washes and seals or waxes. No, we're talking customers ceramic coatings, $1,000+ jobs. So yeah, that's a really good point that you brought up.
Social media is a very, very, very important tool in regards to that because it's news spreads fast, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's if somebody gets their job done you'll get tagged in it, and then somebody else will hear about it.
Exactly.
And then, yeah.
It's not just that. Like, you're right on point. I want to add to what you were about to say is that we are living in a time where you can literally get so many views and so much exposure off of these platforms. It's ridiculous, okay? When would you have thought that somebody like me or a small company like myself or ourselves would be able to get 100,000 people watching us and our content and seeing our logo and our mission and our name every single month? And that's exactly what's happening just alone on YouTube. That's excluding the 500 views we get per video post on Instagram and on Facebook, and that's excluding the 200 to 300 views that we get on our stories and things of that nature from our local community, potential customers and clientele. You can do so much off of these platforms, and we haven't even really been 100% trying at this point, just because we've been trying to keep up with everything else. Exactly. We're at the catch-up stages right now. We haven't even optimized the platform. We just got like our scheduling down and stuff like that, and when we need to post content.
Incorporating myself also. That
and
just
incorporating
took time,
exactly.
Like orientation phase.
So it's like we haven't even hit the meat and potatoes yet when it comes to YouTube, especially. Because I think that we have a lot of potential on YouTube. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button. And if you have any questions at all, comment below.
Or even any video recommendations.
Yeah, video recommendations, all that stuff.
If you ever want to see anything.
We are here to help you guys out at the end of the day. We take time out of our day to go ahead and provide you entertainment, education, knowledge, and all that good stuff that other people in our industry charge thousands of dollars for, guys. Thousands of dollars. I've spent thousands of dollars on the training to get me to where I am right now when it comes to my detailing skill level, my business skill level, all that stuff. And I'm just sitting here in front of a camera providing it to you for free. You get what I'm saying? All we ask for you to do to support not only myself and my passion, but also us as a company, Nora's paycheck, my paycheck, keeping this business successful, is your support. And that means sharing, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. If you enjoy this podcast, hit the follow button on Spotify. Leave us a quality review on iTunes. And we want you to be honest and transparent with us as well. If there's anything we can improve upon, give us a heads up. One thing in the past that people complained about was the video and audio quality, and I completely understood that. I just wasn't at the point of time where I can go ahead and spend $300 on lighting, which we got.
$2,000 on a camera.
$2,000 on a camera.
Mics.
All this equipment. And it all takes time for us. We are not a multi-million-dollar company where we can just...
We're working on it.
We're working on it. We're going to be, okay? And right here behind us, actually, we have a really awesome quote from an awesome friend of mine. I consider him family at this point. He's a great brother of mine, Jonah Gomez from Detailpreneurs. You're going to hear more about that sooner or later because we got some pretty awesome things coming your way. But basically the quote is, you might be a small business, but you don't have to be a small-minded business. I'm going to say that again. You might be a small business, but you don't have to be a small-minded business. And back to our Instagram and our Facebook and our YouTube, when you go on these pages, I can't tell you how many times that people walk into the door and they're like, oh, wait, you're the only one that works here when Nora wasn't here? And even now when it's just me and her, it's like, wait, you guys are the only people that work here?
The place.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm the owner and the detailer and this. And Nora's like, yeah, I do all this social media stuff and this and that. People are so surprised to see that we're actually a small company. You know?
That it's a 23-year-old and a 20-year-old.
Yeah, it's a 23-year-old and a 19-year-old running the place. And we've gotten to the point where in less than 2 years, we are beating the competition on many levels. Competition that's been here for 10-plus years, okay? Not only when it comes to results, I can't tell you how many times. I can count at least 8 times so far. Customers have come into the shop or given me a call over the phone or messaged me online and said, I just got my car detailed by, I'm not going to say names, okay? We're not those types of detailers or that type of company.
We don't expose people.
Okay? But I just got my car detailed by this and that, and they did a horrible job. And that detailer and that company literally have been here as professionals for years. Mm-hmm. And they come to us and we fix a problem and we make sure that they're taken care of. And Nora, be completely honest, how many times have you received a complaint or have heard me see, this is the thing. If a family member comes home or sees the family or this and that, the first thing they're going to do is going to be talking about their problems and venting. Yeah. Right? That's the first. Your wife comes home and she vents. Your husband comes home and he vents.
Especially all of us. Like,
all of us.
We're Middle Eastern. That's like...
Especially us. So have you ever heard me come home and be like, yeah, a customer was unsatisfied? No. It's never happened. Yes, it will happen one day. But we are prepared to make sure that even though that,
fine,
and that's okay, it's gonna happen. You know, criticism is criticism. We all make mistakes. I'm only human. Nora's only human.
Everybody's human.
If a detailer is out there in their whole career after they retire and they say that they've never received any complaints about their services, it's just bullshit. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying that I haven't received a complaint at all. Yes, complaints have come in, but it's the way that you handle those complaints and making sure that the customer is completely satisfied after that point on. Mm-hmm. So that is why that we have the 5-star reviews that we have online, and we have the reputation that we have not only in person in our community but also online as well in a very short period of time. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we've only been in Arizona, living in Arizona for a little over 2 years now, okay? And we went from being mobile, and I say we because it wasn't just me, it was you, it was her, it was my family, it was all the support and friends, or my father, my mother, all the support from our families and friends that got us to where we are right now. Now, I'm not saying that we're at anywhere special comparatively to other companies and other detailing companies.
Special to us, though.
But it's special to us, and especially for me. This is my baby. And my goal for this shop and this company is to make sure that I can provide for others, whether it be Nora, whether it be the community, provide jobs, provide income, provide opportunity, education, and support to our community. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, it's a we, not a me, all right? I could have not done this without the support from family and friends, without the support of you, our viewers, and our followers on Instagram and all that good stuff. So it's a we thing, it's not a me thing. I'm just here trying to put in the work for everybody, okay? That's my main goal at the end of the day. So, but it's still crazy. I mean, I'm always the type of guy that's never, ever satisfied with themselves or what they do. Never, you know? And she knows this. Like, I'm constantly fucking, oh, excuse my language, but I'm constantly freaking up in the middle of the night trying to dial things in, or in the shop at 3 o'clock in the morning, just mopping. Mm-hmm. Literally, just mopping the floor and cleaning everything. Mm-hmm. Why? No, because I got customers coming in tomorrow morning. And I want to make sure it's spotless. And I'm OCD. Like, seriously, it's and I'm not complaining about it, but it's actually a problem that I need to address, because I'm 23 years old, but I swear to you that I feel like I'm 40. Like, I'm so tired, 24/7, 365.
It's because of how hard you work.
And I feel like I'm that new car, like I'm a 2018 car, but with like 150,000 miles on it. I'm just running myself to the ground. But, you know, that's why Nora's here to help out. And that's why we're putting out a notice that we are looking for somebody that has the potential to become an amazing detailer, or somebody that is a detailer wants to further enhance their, not only their detailing skills, but also their business and entrepreneurial skills. Mm-hmm. The last thing I want is somebody in my shop or an employee or anybody that does not care, doesn't have passion, nor only wants to take orders. I don't want that. I'm not a military NCO. This is not a base or anything. Like, you are here to learn and grow and make decisions. Yeah, and become family, make decisions yourself. Mm-hmm. Okay? I don't want a detailer. I want a 21st century entrepreneur that knows how to detail, okay?
That doesn't need to constantly take instruction.
Exactly. That can make some really awesome creative content, that can do stuff on Instagram that helps the business grow, that is a great salesperson and upsells from a regular wash and seal package to maybe an entry-level ceramic coating. These are qualities that I'm looking for, that you as a business owner needs to look for in their future employees as well. again, the last thing that you want as a business owner is just an employee, okay? You want I'm telling you, you want an entrepreneur. What is an entrepreneur? Do you know what an entrepreneur is? You know the definition? An entrepreneur is an individual that finds a problem and makes it their problem and then figures out a solution to solve it. That's an entrepreneur. And I've said this in a previous video. Our job as business owners, not just detailers, is to find our clients' or potential customers' problem, find a solution for it, and make their lives easier. That's our goal at the end of the day. What is detailing? People think that just detailing is making a car shiny. It's not just that. We have a neighbor. His name is Javier. Great guy. He's become a really great friend and customer of ours. Comes in all the time with his Lexus. Javier is that type of person where if there's anything wrong with the car, he completely stresses out about it. He replaces his brakes like every 20,000 miles. He does this, and he's always tinkering with his car. But that's why we're here for him. When his headlights were slightly yellowed and oxidized because of the Arizona sun, and we polished them out and ceramic coated it for him, he literally called me later in the week. He's like, bro, I cannot tell you how awesome it is now to see my car with my headlights perfectly clear.
How stress-free.
And how stress-free. Exactly, how stress-free. Like, you can notice it when you see him. If there's something wrong with his car, he's stressed. Like, he has anxiety about it. And that's our mission at the end of the day. We're not here to make a car shiny or clean up your interior. Yes, those are the services we provide, but that service provides peace of mind and a stress-free life for our customers when it comes to their investments. We provide solutions, ceramic coatings. You hate seeing your car dirty and you hate cleaning it, a ceramic coating is an option for you. It makes your life easy because it keeps your car cleaner longer, and it makes it super easy to clean when you have to clean it. You know? And it's amazing because we switched over to Dr. Beasley's line of ceramic coatings, specifically NanoResin MX and NanoResin Pro and all their matte coating line. And all the customers that have gotten their cars coated with that coating still haven't come in for a wash. And I've checked up on them. I'm like, hey, because typically with other coatings, such as Inspiration, other manufacturers that I've used in the past, typically about 2 to 3 weeks, they would come in for a wash, like a maintenance wash. But it's been 3 weeks, a month. Joe, remember Joe with the Camaro? We had a Camaro Z28. You can check it out on our Instagram. Hasn't come in a wash for over a month and a half now. And I've called him like, hey, bro,
it's
do you
been
need...
like 2 months.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, bro, do you need a wash? And he's like, the car's still perfect. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, there's little to no dust on it. I've driven it a few times, maybe once every week. I mean, it's an older classic Camaro. And he's like, but the car is still in great condition. Like, it doesn't need a wash. And I'm like, okay. Like, that's a good thing, but a bad thing, because now people aren't coming in for washes, so we can't make money.
But then it shows that, like, the results are there.
Exactly, the results are there. You know, that's one thing that's irritating me about a lot of coatings on the market is that, you know, you get your car coated, it looks like glossy and shiny, but it collects dust like crazy.
The protection isn't there.
The protection might be there, you know, it beads up, but it just collects stuff, and it's difficult to clean once in a while, you know, especially 6 months or maybe a year later down the line. It gets irritating to clean. It feels like the car isn't even coated anymore. So I've been super impressed with the NanoResin MX and the NanoResin Pro from Dr. Beasley's, and their matte coating line has been awesome as well. Their regular NanoResin is good. It's not my favorite. That's why I've actually removed it from our lineup recently. But their MX and their NanoResin Pro have been like my favorite coatings on the market so far. And they're really special because they are the only coating on the market that I have found that sheets water and does not bead water. Now, we live in Arizona. We have super hard water here. We have sprinkler systems everywhere because it's a freaking desert. It's dry as hell out here.
Yeah.
And we get cars, I would say 6 out of 10 cars that come into our shop have very hard water spots or water spot etchings
because
in them.
of all the mineral deposits.
All the freaking mineral deposits and all that stuff. And it's the biggest pain in the ass to go ahead and fix that type of problem. And when you hit the customer with the price point that it's going to come out to properly do it, they get a bit uneasy. But most of the time we explain the process, and then they understand, like, oh, there's actually a lot that goes into this.
As you were.
As I were. Sorry, guys. The
As
video
you
got
was.
the video got as I was. The video got cut out a little bit. We hit the 30-minute mark. We're recording on full HD right now with the camera, and I forgot to update this camera. We're supposed to update it because it changes that up where we can record more than 30 minutes. But I forgot to do that, so I didn't get to that. But what was I saying? We were talking about hard water spots. Yeah, so there's a helpful tip for you guys. You know, if a customer's kind of uneasy about a price point that you provide them, take them outside. Show them an example. Bring them through the process so they understand that, hey, there's actually a lot that goes into this that I didn't expect. I can't tell you how many times customers were like, oh, I thought a ceramic coating was just like a wash and you throw a coating on there and then that's it. And I tell them how long I need the car for. They're like 5 to 6 hours or 8 to 10 hours. I'm like, yeah, that's really how long it takes us to go ahead and coat a vehicle. We forget as detailers, like Nora's been surrounded by me all the time, so she knows a good amount about detailing at this point. But we as detailers forget to put ourselves in the perspective of the customer. What do I mean by that? You think that everybody knows what a wax is, because it's wax. It's like, or everybody knows how to use car soap. You got to stop thinking like that. When you look at your customer, you have to be the judge. Does this individual know anything about coatings? Do they have an awareness about the detailing process, or do they know absolutely nothing? And you as a detailer need to figure that out. If I have a customer that comes in and asks specifically for a coating and a specific coating, I understand that customer knows their stuff, right? But if I have a customer that gives me a call over the phone, like we had a customer come in with a Corvette C6, beautiful red, looked like candy after we were done with it, right? Remember that one? And when he called me over the phone, the first thing he said, hey, my name is, and my buddy across the street got their car with this thing called the ceramic coating, and I want that for my Corvette. Instantly when he said this thing called a ceramic coating, I knew what I was dealing with. I was dealing with a customer that doesn't necessarily understand what a ceramic coating is, and possibly might not know, hey, we have to do a full decon, Iron X, clay bar service, polish out the paint before the coating. If you just told them you were going to apply a ceramic coating to the car and quoted them at...
That's all.
That's all. And quoted them at $800 to $1,000 for like a 2-year coating, they're going to be like, well, what the heck?
Just apply a product.
Like you're charging me $800 to $1,000 just to apply a coating? No, we're charging you $800 to $1,000 for this, for that, for this. It's an all-inclusive. Like, you have to explain this stuff to the customer. And Nora has been. I'm trying to dial her in. We've been doing ring, trying to get her to the point where she can answer phone calls as well and answer questions about coatings and schedule appointments and stuff too. So when I'm in the back detailing a car, she could be over here in the lobby answering phone calls and making sure that you guys are taken care of. I still think you need a little more time with that, to be honest. You still don't understand the full concept of all the packages we provide and where it's best to provide a certain package over another package for a customer depending on their situation. So that takes time, though. Even if we keep practicing and practicing, you're still going to have to try it out yourself. You're going to make mistakes. I still make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. You know, I know there's detailers that don't provide quotes or estimates over the phone. There's certain packages that we don't provide quotes and estimates for, like our higher level ceramic coating and paint correction packages. But if a customer is asking for something like an interior detail and a wash and seal, I have no problem at all providing an estimate over the phone. Now, I've gotten myself bitten in the butt with some vehicles, you know, where a customer would describe a vehicle when it comes to interior condition, and it's not the way that they described. But, you know, it is what it is. You have to learn from your mistakes. Try asking for photos before you send them a quote. That's also something that you can do, too. And, again, you can always provide maybe a free consultation in the shop location or a consultation mobile where we charge around a $50 fee. For everything outside of Surprise, Arizona for a consultation when it comes to our mobile services. So these are all things you have to take in consideration. So, Nora, another question for you. I'm going to ask you real quick. How do you like the structure of our packages and everything like that?
I like them.
You like them? You find it pretty easy, right? See, I was thinking ahead. When I developed my packages, I wasn't just thinking, oh, it's just going to be me detailing and answering phone calls. I knew. Damn it, man. I forgot to freaking mute the phones. Anyways.
I muted mine.
I know. This is a me problem. This is a me problem, not a her problem, okay? What was I about to say? See, I develop my packages and my prices taking consideration trying to make it easy on the customer and also easy on future employees and detailers that we're going to hire here. I created everything from the ground up in consideration that we're going to expand. And I think a lot of detailers don't do that either. I think that a lot of you guys think you're going to be detailing for the rest of your life. You might be 20 years old. I ran into a kid. He was 17 years old, just started mobile detailing. We ran into him at the Formula G car meet that we sponsored just a few days ago. If you want to check out that content, it's on Instagram. We do a lot of car meets and stuff like that and support the community and other local small businesses with Christian from Formula G, really great friend of ours. But I ran into this guy, and he was 17 years old, telling me how much he loves detailing. He just started his mobile operation, this and that. And the first thing I asked him, like, you think you're going to detail the rest of your life? And he's like, yeah, probably. I'm like, no, you're not. I told him straight, I'm like, no, you're not. I promise you won't. You're going to either quit or you're going to try somebody else to find somebody else to detail for you. Because I'm 23 years old, and I started when I was 18, 19 years old, and I go to a chiropractor on a weekly basis. And every time I go there, and my chiropractor is a customer too. His name is Dr. Bain, great guy. Every time I go there, Dr. Bain's like, dude, your back's fucked up again. I'm like, I know, I can feel it.
I knew that already. That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here. You know? So if you think you're going to be detailing your whole life, you specifically, think again. Think again. And if you're creating a business concept that only involves you, you don't own a business. You don't run the business runs you. Okay? You have to step away from it as an owner, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. But that doesn't mean your quality is going to go down. You need to figure out a way to train individuals to keep that same exact or maybe even better quality. Don't you think you would have a better result if you had two detailers working at 50 to 60% physical exertion or effort, whatever you want to call it? We're getting fancy with the words now. We're getting fancy. Don't you think you get a better result with 4 eyes on a car and 2 polishers on a car than you busting your ass for 10 hours straight trying to finish a car? You have to take that in consideration too. When you get exhausted and tired. You might start cutting corners here and there, you know? And that over time is going to take a toll on you, and it's also going to take a toll on the results that you're trying to provide.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I completely agree.
Yeah?
Because everybody's...
Are you agreeing? Are you agreeing because I pay you, or are you agreeing just because...
Yeah, because you pay me.
Okay.
No, I'm agreeing because it's realistic. It happens to everybody.
Yeah, it does.
If you get tired, you want to finish it as soon as possible. Like, you'll cut corners.
Exactly.
2 or 4 eyes are better than 2.
Yeah, 4 eyes are better than 2, man. 4 eyes are better. I mean, anytime I finish something, I go, like, if I'm doing some kind of content on the computer, on the iPad or something, or on Instagram, before I post it, I come to Nora. And before she posts something, she comes to me. And pretty much 5 out of 10 times we come to each other, we always find something to fix or make better or improve upon, you know? Especially with me and my grammar and spelling, it freaking sucks. What was that thing that I did last time on the article?
The one that was editing right now?
Yeah, the one that you're editing?
Oh, he was trying to say, like, pea-sized dots, like a pea.
Yeah, like you apply a pea-sized drop on the pad.
P-E-E, as in your urine, rather than P-E-A. So I was like, okay, so are we putting urine on headlights to restore them? Is that how we restore headlights? I know. But that's why I got you here. That's why I got you here to go ahead and fix all those problems. But, yeah, it's like little things like that. It's always going to slip. You know, little things online, you know, when you're making a description or something like that. But that's why you have a second person to look it over. And the same thing goes with the detailing. Okay, the same thing goes with the detailing. You're probably going to miss something. And I'll tell you what, if you do start posting on Instagram and taking video and photo content before and after, especially the after part of your details, use that as your pre-inspection, you know, or your post-inspection, whatever you want to call it. Because you're going to catch a few stuff on your Instagram video that you took and some of the photos that you might have missed, so you can go back and fix them. So use that 10-15 minutes that you're taking photos and videos after you're done to go ahead and fix any problems that you found with your detail. It saves you time. You can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, and you get your video and photo content too. There goes my phone again. Just put it on mute real quick. Your phone?
No, just like end the call so it goes to voicemail.
End it.
End it.
Oh.
And you answered it and then ended it.
How do you end it?
Oh, anyways, this is how you could tell that we are actually a company and siblings, and that we don't bullshit around with you guys, and we receive phone calls, for appointments.
All the time.
All the time. So, anyways,
yeah.
Anyways, I think we talked about it a lot today.
Move.
I know. I'm gonna give that person a call, and we received another one. Okay, that's probably they're leaving a voicemail or something. Okay. Anyways, guys, we talked about a lot today. I really hope you enjoy the podcast. Again, this is Nora. She's my sister.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes,
She's not my girlfriend. I can't tell you how many freaking times we've got messages
honestly,
about that.
It's disgusting.
I know we look nothing alike. Don't ask me. I don't know what happened. I'm going to answer this phone call. Follow, subscribe. Have a great rest of the day.